love the channel and find it useful in becoming a happy retiree. Subscribe today. Just received an email from a family in Arizona. Tolleson, maybe? Is that how you pronounce this? West Valley? And a similar scenario where you have an income that's around $200,000 a year with a couple of children, 2 children. I'm going to assume on this mortgage value, you're paying about $9,000 in taxes. And the numbers are similar to the last call we have where you'd see taxes come down about $5,000 in a given year. So what is amazing to me, and this is played out through the last couple of months, is that there's so much opinion on what the tax cuts are going to mean for the economy. And there's been surveys and questions about, hey, what are you going to do? What's this going to mean over the next 10 years? And I don't think any economist or anybody is prepared to really give us a good answer on what's going to happen in year 9 of this tax bill or year 10 of this tax bill. It's just too far away. And no one with good conscience can tell you that they can give you a really good prediction when you're looking at a time frame that's that far into the future. An economist, and I continue to go back to the Bloomberg survey of economists in 2013, where 41 out of 41 economists said that interest rates are going to go up, and every single one of them was wrong. So you've got to be really careful. And that was just in a 1-year period of time. So to ask an economist or a group of Nobel laureates what the economy or how the economy is going to be impacted in the year 2024 and 2025 and 2026, what will this tax bill do in year 8 and 9 for GDP and gross domestic product? It's really a frivolous exercise. And no one can give you with any degree of certainty what's going to happen 10 years from now, let alone over the next couple of years. So as I look through what's going to happen in 2018, I think you've got to let's focus on where we know we're going to see some impact. And we're going to see impact next year. So let's think about this outlook. And we're over the next hour, we'll start right now. We're going to talk about the outlook for 2018. This year, of course, we were back and forth whether we were going to get a tax cut. I said here many times in the summer, after healthcare reform failed several times, that we were going to get a tax cut. We were going to get a tax cut, and you've got this really what was a PR tsunami from the Trump campaign, almost like a PR tax book tour around the country, starting in the Midwest. Hey, this is why tax reform is going to work for the American people, and creating this momentum to get the bill passed. And it's not as though they hadn't come up with a plan. Now, healthcare, the GOP never really seemed to have a great solution or great idea to get it passed. Taxes have been on the table for years now with various iterations of how are we going to simplify the U.S. tax code? How are we going to make it better for the American people? And that's the message that they really started with since the beginning of this year, ramped up this summer, and effectively led to Congress doing something really at the very end of the year. So the question here is that what's going to happen and what is this going to do next year? So this year we finished GDP, the last 2 quarters, north of around 3%. We are in the 9th year of a bull market. And now we're looking at 2018. The first part of 2018, and this shapes the rest of my outlook. All 8 really are shaped by this, or the remaining 7 are shaped by this, is that these are shock and awe tax cuts. And that's perhaps the best way to describe what we're about to see economically. This package will deliver, the GOP tax bill is going to deliver $205 billion, $205 billion with a B, to the U.S. economy in 2018. That's over 1% of U.S. GDP. Of that, $120 billion is going to be in the form of individual tax cuts. The calls that we just took here on Money Matters, call after call after call. Steve, Jim, Sue, you're going to get a tax cut of a grand, $5,000, over and over and over again, and that adds up to $120 billion. $85 billion will go to corporations. So despite the naysaying of economists saying in 10 years this isn't going to help, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, 40 out of 41 or 41 out of 42 economists say it's not going to do any good over 10 years. They have no idea. But I can tell you over the next year or two or three, it's going to be a big deal for the economy. Very difficult to see how we're not going to have significant GDP growth in the next year, 2018, and certainly 2019. Hi, I'm Wes Moss, and thanks for taking a minute to hear about what's so different about my new book, You Can Retire Sooner Than You Think. So unlike other retirement books, this book will give you a step-by-step guide, whether you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, to learn from what these successful and happy retirees did to get there. I hope you enjoy the book, but more importantly, I know that it'll help you retire sooner than you think.